I think our job as parents is guidance, right? You allow your kids to go out there and to live. You allow them to make mistakes. And then you're kind of there to help guide them through that journey, right? It's a journey that they have to take. It's inevitable. They have to go through this journey. And I think it's our job to just try to help guide them through it. That's all. Responsibility is the most important thing in the world.
Right.
And how do you raise a young child? You know, what do you do? So you become consumed with their life. You become consumed with trying to provide them with proper guidance and proper care. And it changes you. It changes you as a person, man. And it makes you think more outwardly versus inwardly. Yeah. As a coach, my responsibility is to teach them how to fish. That's my responsibility.
Right.
Give them the fundamentals, teach them how to think. And then when they go out and play, I let them coach themselves because they have to be able to problem solve. And when I see things that are incorrect, I just hold on to them and then we can work on them in practice, right? So it's having the patience to allow them to go out there, to think independently, to make mistakes and all this other stuff. And then you can teach them patiently, in practice every day. I feel like a lot of kids, we teach them certain actionable things, basketball, soccer, football, whatever the case may be, but we're missing the emotional component that comes along with that, right? The anxiety that comes along with that, the anger or the love and all these emotional things that take place from play to play. We're missing that teaching moment. And so the best way to do it, at least what I found with my children, is not to tell them about it, because after a while they're just like, yeah, I don't want to hear it no more. But instead, you kind of put it into something that's creative, right? And so through entertainment, through fantasy, through magic, you start creating life lessons that are easier to digest. Young men, we are taught at a very early age that any sign of vulnerability is a sign of weakness, right? Crying, that's weak. Don't do that.
Right.
Right. And so I think it's very important for these young men to go through this journey of self-acceptance first and foremost, right? Because there are a lot of things that are personally holding them back that they've buried, either consciously or subconsciously, that's holding them back from reaching their full potential as young men. And until you square with those, you'll never hit that full stride. So the first one is a really big, important story about self-acceptance. And then from that self-acceptance, it teaches you empathy and compassion, because even though I can't see what magical journey you just went on, I know that you've gone through one, because I have as well. So that helps me better understand and relate to others. And then we'll progress to being able to have the bravery to share what it is, what journey it is that you've just been on. Well, it's trying to balance and win all facets of life. It's really hard to do, right? Like, how do you succeed at your craft, but how do you also have a stable family?
Right.
That's like that's the gazillion-dollar question. How do you balance those two things, man? And I think that's the part that gets missed a lot. I mean, we all talk about the hard work. We all talk about, okay, be this, be that, be this, be that. But what I figured out as I got older is it's not about working hard in terms of putting in long hours, but it's about working smart. It's about working smart. And when you work smart, it gives you more time to be able to spend with your family. do a lot of things together as a family. Like we love going to movies. We love going to shows. We love trying new restaurants and, or sitting at home and playing Uno. We're a big Uno family.
Okay, family card games.
Yeah, we love that sort
awesome.
of stuff. Or like play headbands and, So we just try to do fun things with each other, which becomes harder and harder because the kids' schedule's busier than mine.
Yeah.
But we try to find those kind of intimate moments as